What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Streaming some more Elden Ring. Finally made it to New Game Plus 7. So this is going to be an all remembrance New Game Plus 7 run. We're gonna be using the Bloodhound's Fang. Kind of my favorite weapon to use in this game. So we're going to be doing NG+7 with this weapon. Give it a proper send off because this is gonna be my last run of Elden Ring for some time, unless some new patch comes out or unless there's an update. New content, which I highly doubt it's going to happen, especially after the DLC we just got. So I'm not saying that I'm never going to come back to Elden Ring, but it will probably be a while. So we're gonna make the most of this while we have it, and this will be my first Souls game to do an NG+7 run. So I figure if not now, then when. So we decided to do it now, and we're gonna have some fun with this. So good to see some of y'all in the chat already on development. NV Silence, Last of Us Guy, good to see you guys. So with all that being said, we are going to proceed to Journey 8, which is New Game Plus 7. And this is the highest the difficulty will scale. And as I said, this will be an all remembrance run. We're going to start by getting the 2 halves of the Dectus Medallion, then fighting Radahn, and then we're going to go kind of follow the traditional route from there. So yeah, here we go. Rewatched Lord of the Rings, never noticed before how much of those movies' visuals were used in Dark Souls 2. Like what? We're talking like backgrounds or monsters or what? You beat it. Good job, Last of Us. Very nice. Purple, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had an awesome weekend. Well, congratulations, Last of Us. So are you going to go all the way to Platinum? Or are you going to get all the achievements, or you can move on to something else? There we go. New Game Plus at Radagon. Very nice. All the way through New Game Plus already. That's awesome, man. All right, so just as far as my character is concerned, I decided to stop at level 300. I'm not going to be leveling my character anymore. This character is pretty much more or less optimized for the Bloodhound's Fang. Also for using certain buffs like casting Golden Vow, that sort of thing. AJ Collins, good to see you. Welcome back, man. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Sad that this is the end, but I'm thankful for all the great content you've produced for Elden Ring. Well, thank you very much, AJ. It's been good to have you along for the ride as well. The enemies, landscapes, and structures, even the primal bonfire lighting, and also lighting beacons in the map room. Interesting. After I go back to Dark Souls 2, I'll have to rewatch Lord of the Rings and see if I pick up on some of that stuff. Two Moog fights? Yes, there are 2. There's one at the bottom of the capital in the subterranean shunning grounds, and there's another one in Mogwin Palace underground. The one in Mogwin Palace is the one that you have to win, you have to beat to get to the DLC. Which I would highly, highly, highly recommend the DLC. I'm not going to do Vare's side quest. I'm just going to get to the I'm going to get to Moog via the consecrated snowfield. I'm very surprised that in New Game Plus they let you have Torrent before you talk to Melina at the Gatefront site of Grace. Because you do have to go to that site of Grace to progress the story. There's no way around it. Not defeating Soldier of Godric for the final time is wild. Maybe we'll beat him last. He'll be the true final boss. I also got another scimitar and fully upgraded. Now you dual wield them. Very cool. So what is it that draws you to the scimitar? Are you using like a special Ash of War on them, or kind of how do you have it set up? Anyway, how's it going? It's going very good, dude. I've had a great weekend. Got some good time. I took my boys to the football game yesterday in College Station. Went to the Aggie football game yesterday. Had a lot of fun. It was a late night though. We got home at around midnight, so it was a very late night, especially for the kiddos. It was a lot of fun. It was a good day. Warp it back to daytime so I don't have the Knights Cavalry coming out. All right, until morning. Soren's Tower, for example, is an obvious inspiration for Drangleic Castle. Well, also, you know, the giant, I don't even have the map because I haven't accessed the DLC in this playthrough, but that giant tower next to the I forget what it's called, the Forge or something like that. It's at the very end after you fight Gaius, and it has the 5 Shadow Tree fragments right next to it. That thing looks very Lord of the Rings inspired. Nice, man. How was that? It was good. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed ourselves. I took the boys before the game. We went to CC's, and I love CC's. It's one of my guilty pleasures in life, and they really like it too. So we all had fun, and we won the game, so that was good. We were definitely playing a lesser caliber opponent that we should have blown him out. We ended up winning by 6, which was a little bit underwhelming, but hey, a win's a win, I guess. But yeah, we all had fun. It was really great. All right, I think this is where I want to go. Yep. We're gonna get go to Caelid, get the first half. Mac and cheese pizza all the way, dude. We did have some yesterday. It was glorious. What a concept, mac and cheese pizza. It's the only place I've ever had mac and cheese pizza. And I had probably about eight or so cinnamon rolls. Yeah, so my boys have been indoctrinated in the ways of mac and cheese pizza. It's wonderful. If you haven't tried it, I'd highly recommend it. Same. It's also the only place that you'd get mac and cheese pizza from. Fair enough. Also, out of the 3 movies, the second half of all of it holds up. The first half, Dude, it's been so long since I've seen those movies. And I have a lot of friends who are diehard Lord of the Rings fans who have watched the extended cuts, you know, multiple times a piece. I haven't really watched Lord of the Rings since it was in theaters. I saw them all in theaters, but haven't really gone back, and definitely have no desire to watch the extended cuts. The movies are long enough as it is. Probably blasphemy for some people, but hey. Are you an extended cuts guy on development or theatrical release? Let's see how many runes I can rack up here, because I'm not leveling up anymore, so I've arbitrarily set the cutoff at level 300. I probably should have arbitrarily set the cutoff long before that, but oh well. I wasn't farming, I was leveling up naturally through all the playthroughs. A lot of odd directing choices in the first movie. Sometime halfway through the second, it finds a good flow. Well, I remember the Battle of Helm's Deep in the second movie being pretty epic. I remember in the trailer for the Two Towers, where it showed clips of the Helm's Deep battle, they used the music from Requiem for a Dream. That was very, very well done. As far as Return of the King is concerned, I thought the ending dragged on way too long. But that's just me. I know the books are probably that way, but I haven't. Well, I've read The Fellowship of the Ring, and I've read like maybe half of Two Towers. I've seen them all, but don't typically make it a thing. Yeah, I mean, I would go as far as to say, is there probably objectively good movies, but not entirely my thing, I guess. What's the worst section? Caelid or Abyssal Woods? You know, the Abyssal Woods are definitely a slog. It's a wide open, empty space, which I am not a huge fan of. But the dungeon and the boss are amazing. I mean, the dungeon's not amazing. The dungeon, it accomplishes what it needs to accomplish, but it's a pretty short dungeon, and it's well laid out. And of course, you know, Midra is one of my favorite bosses in the DLC, so there's that going for it. Caelid, I mean, the lore behind Caelid is pretty amazing, despite the fact that it's, you know, scarlet rot and gross and everything. But the lore behind it, you know, the Battle of Aeonia, the fight between Radahn and Melania, and just the implications thereof, and how that impacted the surrounding landscape, making Caelid, you know, that kind of stuff. I enjoy all of that. The Radahn boss fight's very good. So there is a lot to like about Caelid. If I had to pick between the two, I'd probably, oh gosh, I'd probably pick Caelid. Caelid is more of the complete package. There's a lot to it. Whereas, as I said, aside from the dungeon and the boss, the Abyssal Woods is pretty much a wide open, empty space. Very one-dimensional. And again, they're going for a certain, you know, presentation, certain kind of atmosphere there, which I feel like they dial it in and they accomplish it. But I just wish there was more to do in it. Like if there was a cave and a catacombs there, something, you know, something really good there to make the exploration, especially given that has to be on foot to make it all worthwhile. And then it would move up in my book, but it's just hard to deal with running around on foot in a wide open space just to get to a dungeon, basically. Helm's Deep and on is where it's the most watchable. So Helm's Deep is it the end of the second movie? All right, let's see if I can get this on the first try. So yes, I am fighting Radahn first. Nope. Messed it up already. I pressed the jump button too late, so I didn't even jump off the cliff. I just ran off the cliff. Now in my walkthrough, I definitely go to Caelid later in the game than most people do Caelid. And part of that was because I wanted to be able to do, because Caelid's kind of divided into two. There's the main portion of Caelid, and then there's the Dragon Barrow. I wanted to be able to do all of it in one go. And the Dragon Barrow section is definitely a higher level section, which if you save that for last, dang it, if you save that for last and do the rest of Caelid along with it, you're going to be way over leveled for the rest of Caelid. But that was the choice I made. I have no regrets. I also had an experience with Caelid very early on in my first playthrough where I got teleported Caelid and I had no idea what was going on and no idea what to do. I didn't even have Torrent yet when I was in Caelid for the first time. And so, didn't get it. Dang it. I didn't have Torrent yet when I first made it to Caelid and I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea where I was. And I was like, okay, I'm not going back to this place for a long time. And that definitely influenced my first playthrough. Those of you who are wondering what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to trigger. There's a Stake of Marika here that you can trigger so you can skip the whole Radon Festival thing. You have to jump in the right spot. And I don't know exactly the right spot to jump in. I know that I've done it before. And so this is how I'm getting to Radon. I'm not an expert when it comes to this particular. This is not even technically a glitch. I think they do this in glitchless runs, because it's not a glitch. It's more of an exploit in that you're triggering. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. You're triggering. There's a Stake of Marika down there, and it legitimately exists. And so that way it teleports you back to the beginning of the Radon fight once you trigger it. Yeah, we all have that trap chest PTSD from Caelid. Yeah. And unfortunately for me, I hit that trap chest before I had Torrent. So when I got to the swamp, I was completely exposed to the Scarlet Rot. And did not have a good time. Dadgummit. Those kind of memories will be indelible reminders of your love for your sons. I look fondly upon my dad taking me and my brother to football games as a kid. That's awesome. And you know, you say that and I too. I mean, my dad used to take me to football games as well. And I enjoyed those times for sure, man. So hopefully my own kids will look back fondly on these days and the times that we had. I think I did that wrong. Yeah. I'm gonna get it. Undevelopment's seen me do it. Many of you have probably seen me do it. I'm gonna get it. It's just a matter of time. Nope. I don't know. Is it if it's I'm just not jumping far enough out, or I'd say on average this probably takes me 10 tries to get. No, dadgummit. Bonding with my dad and seeing him as a real person was important to my maturity. Absolutely. And it's amazing, like, as a parent, some of the things that you do that are just like, to you, they're like nothing, but to your kid, they mean a lot, you know? And just like randomly, you know, it'll be months later. You're like, they'll bring up, hey, do you remember when we did such and such? Like, blah, blah, blah. That was really cool. I was like, oh, you remember that? Like, wow. Okay. You know, it's like, sometimes those little things really have a huge impact. Yes, Dad, but it is a real thing and you'll get it. Slides pill bottle over. Dadgummit. At the point now where I'm like, should I look it up and watch a video again? I don't know. What's your favorite boss and why is it Bale? You know, I haven't, in my mind at least, I haven't done a proper boss ranking of this game, DLC included. All right, how many more tries, guys? Ugh. I've seen it done both ways. The last several times I've done it, I've jumped off at this spot. All right, one more try, and then I'm gonna look up a video because this is just bad. I want to say last time I got it a little bit quicker than this. Yeah, I'm definitely not getting it this time. Nope. All right, dadgummit. Okay, let's see who's gonna save me this time. Radon, skip. All right, Millicent, I cannot listen to your heavy breathing. All right, I just can't do it. Let's see how you do it. Hunter of gameplay. Hunter of gameplay. Let's see if you can help me out here. Yeah, he's jumping in this same spot that I've been doing it. He's jumping. Okay, let's see how he lines up. He's like in that same exact corner. But when the camera, whenever the camera switches, he double jumps. Okay. All right, Hunter of gameplay. 584 subs. If I get this first try, y'all should go subscribe to Hunter of gameplay. It lines up like right here. Yeah. And jumps to like this spot. What's up, Zeners? How's it going, man? Probably just about distance. Yeah, it does have a lot to do with that. I mean, it's finding the right spot. Yes. Yes. There we go. Wonderful. Seasoners, you're my good luck charm. How about that? Sinners reporting for duty. Well, it's not a matter of double jumping before hitting the death floor. Like you have to, your trajectory has to be right, and you have to jump from the right spot and not make your initial jump too early. Oh crap! I meant to heal there. Instead, I reapplied the blood grease. Ooh, ouch. There's the bleed. One cycle him. One cycle him. No, dadgummit, that sucks. So close. Oh well, that was close enough. Yeah, I used the wrong flask. I heard the sound effect. I was like, that doesn't sound right. All right, where is me sight of grace? Here we go. Got to go back and get my runes from before too.
To determine if you had, it seems torrent.
All right, so I'm going to try to get to Morgott today.
Very let my hand.
Because as y'all well know, my streak against Morgott is on the line. Never lost to him. This New Game Plus 7. This was like one of my motivations for not going to New Game Plus 7 was not putting my streak against Morgott on the line. But I figured I gotta man up. Gotta do it. Watch me, yeah, you mentioned the wrong flask there in the villain. Watch me die because I make some stupid mistake. I'd be so mad. I'd probably lose sleep tonight if I die to Morgott. Part of me wants to just summon Mimic, but I know that's also for this playthrough. For this playthrough, it would kind of be a cop-out because I'm not using Mimic for anything else. This is mono e mono versus all the bosses, except for probably Bale. Where I'm going to summon Egon just because it's the right thing to do. Everything else is going to be mono e mono. All right, so back to the gate front. We're going to take on, pretty much follow the prescribed order of the game. I am going to warp to Volcano Manor via Raya's quest. Shut up. I did have a lot of fun though in the last couple playthroughs using the Great Stars. That was good times. We try fighting the duo Crucible Knights without a summon. I am fully confident in my ability to win that fight. Did it on my first playthrough. It was a lot of fun. All right, time for Margit. Last time I literally just R1 spammed him to death. And I didn't even heal. There we go. Did the same thing.
smoldering with thy meager flame. Cower in fear.
Oh, I forgot to get the other half of the medallion. So we're gonna do that and go back, fight Godric, and then we're gonna fight Renala. King Ghost, what's up, man? Welcome back. How are you doing tonight? I don't know, man. Seems a bit easy for New Game Plus. I mean, it's just Margit, dude. It'll get tougher. The DLC bosses especially, Melania especially. Radagon versus Elden Beast is going to be tough. Allegedly, the DLC has a New Game Plus mechanic within the DLC. Like if you beat the DLC once, it goes up to DLC Plus, but that only happens one time, where it doesn't like go to +2 or +3 or +4 or whatever. It's just new game, or it's DLC Plus if you beat it before. And so it's an additional difficulty multiplier that just impacts the DLC on top of the typical New Game Plus scaling. I thought that was interesting when I learned about it, but it is a thing. Just surprised by the damage. I am doing decent damage. Margit is an easy boss. GC, what is up, man? Welcome back with another $4.99 donation. Thank you so much, GC. Really appreciate your support through all these streams, man. You're playing Erdtree. Very cool. How are you liking that so far? Oh, you can't. Is gonna let me do it? Yes. Very cool. I barely got it in just before he came up the ladder. Let's see, if I put the Verdigris armor on. Can I still medium roll? Medium load. Heavy load, no, I can't. For Morgott, just for extra like insurance, I'm going to wear the heaviest armor that I can wear and still medium roll. Guess we'll go with the two-handed sword talisman.
You there? Come over. It's tight. God, you'll breach the...
Hard but fun.
Well, but of course.
Very nice. It looks cool.
The gates! Open the gates!
What's up, El Prophet? How's it going, man? Welcome back. What about chicken wing build? What's the chicken wing? Is that the big hammer thing from the Blood Fiends? Whatever it's called. Stuck on one boss, just need to level up a bit and get my stats higher. So how long of a game is it? Oh, KFC build. I have an ear infection that's killing. Dude, that sucks, man. My condolences. I know that stuff is oof. Not fun. Hope you get better soon, dude. Whoops. Oh, I thought that was a stagger. That was just him transforming.
I am the Lord
That was easy.
of all that is golden. And one day, we'll return together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
Kodrick is so delusional. I love it. The guy just wants the old days back. Yeah, he was really intimidating at first. Then you learn more about him and yeah. Very easy so far, but the easy bosses will run out soon. Rykard's gonna be a little bit tricky. A little bit worried about Morgott just because of what's at stake. Fire Giant. Malekith is gonna be difficult. Godfrey / Horolu could be a little bit difficult. Radagon, Elden Beast is going to be difficult. Most of the DLC bosses, R'Lana, Mesmer, Midra, Bale. I can even see Romina being tricky. Radagon's going to be tricky. But yeah, these first few bosses are pretty easy, but you know, we're going to have our work cut out for us in due time. What's next after New Game Plus 7? I kind of want to play Astrobot.
Hello? Please. Over here. Hello. It's rather my mistress, but could I ask that thug me? Only if you've... Oh, what a blessed thug, please. The thug, please.
Let's see. Is this where the grace is? Where the heck is my #1 beacon? Where is it? It's at the shack. So I'm just doing this quest so I can get to Volcano Manor quicker. Rykard. I live in Ohio. No, I live in Texas. The great state of Texas, the Lone Star State. This guy's a character.
What are you lot trying to start? Show me, and I'll consider. But I'm not in love with it. You're a first.
That's a different country. Some would argue. Something along those lines. I mean, if you take just Texas's GDP alone, we are bigger than most countries. I don't know why I just healed there. That was weird.
Function, please.
All right.
Oh, thank you, kind. Did I forget?
Give me the letter.
See, you are very to steady such, please.
Thank you.
Brave time. Most time. You are no volcano.
All right. We shall, I guess, hit the key. Right? That'd be the thing to do, I think. Just hope you're doing well after being invaded. Well, let's just say I'm not going to get into all that right now. That is a, you know, highly fraught conversation. This is, maybe the medication got me. Ow! My freaking foot's asleep and I just bumped it. Ow. Okay, that hurt. Sorry. Maybe the medication got me saying raw stuff. That's funny. Yeah. More or less, I don't want my streams to be infused with politics and all that crap going on in the world, you know? I want this to kind of be a haven, so to speak, from all the nonsense. The best thing about the cats and dogs thing is definitely the memes. All right, take this out. Oh, I didn't get the freaking grace down here. Oh well. I think that's about the right spot. Keep feeding us so much politics. Elden Ring is the best world to be in right now. Agreed. Yeah. I mean, my general take is I'm very cynical about politics. I think both sides are intentionally disingenuous, and both sides intentionally misrepresent the other side to stir the pot. And because they know that when they get people riled up, you know, people pay attention, and you know, they use kind of underhanded tactics to try to win people over, and I don't appreciate that at all. It's very smarmy and gross and just ugh. I mean, my take in general is, if you're going to be a politician, if you're going to run for office, you are inherently probably, I'm not going to say in 100% of cases, but you are most likely a very narcissistic person. And, you know, in my opinion, narcissistic people inherently don't make good leaders. And they don't make decisions for the best of, you know, the people, so to speak. And most of them are in it for themselves, and in it for the attention, and to be in the limelight, and it to be the one who's in charge. And lost in all of that is actually the good of the people. So now, the way that the system is set up, there are enough checks and balances that are in place to keep, you know, individual narcissists from burning the whole thing down, which I think is good. You know, that's why there are checks and balances in place, and that's a good thing. But I have a very inherent and widespread distrust of politicians. That said, it's the way the world works, and it's imperfect. It sucks, but it is it's what we got. It is what it is, and you know, so you got to roll with it, right? It's all about who's going to give us better school lunches. It's an interesting take. Like, for me, I wish all politicians were just the most boring people who are just really good at making policy, but that's not how the system works. Like, the system works is you have these big personalities that people like to root for and cheer for and gravitate towards, and then it becomes a very much an us versus them type of thing. I wish politicians were just freaking boring people that liked making policy and were very good at articulating what their positions were, and weren't intentionally trying to be obtuse and manipulative. And you know, you just have your guy who's really good at making policy and articulating their positions versus the other guy who's really good at making policy and articulating their positions, and you agree with one versus the other. But you know, the way that it is now is it's very much a cult of personality thing, which I think is not good. Ah. Where am I going? What the heck? I'm lost. I'm just gonna reset the area. I don't know what happened. I missed a turn somewhere. Yeah, I should turn left. That's what I need to do. Okay. All good now. I just don't get how they go from 100K a year to millions. Exactly. Yup. Something's not adding up there, right? Yeah, there's a lot of underhanded deals that get cut. I have a really simple take on politics. Whatever you choose, you won't be happy with it in 4 years. Yeah. And whatever bill of goods you were promised prior to an election, you're not gonna actually get it. It's not going to happen. What's up, Nate? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Come on. That probably would have killed me if it hit me. Coming up on 2 million runes here. I got 4 kids. I just want to be able to afford food again. Dude, it's been so hard. Yeah. Food prices alone, dude, it's ridiculous. Going to fast food for my family. Like if I take my family to Wendy's, it's $50 to feed my family at fast food. That is insane. That to dodge the ball, all you have to do is run to the other side. Because I kept on trying to dodge it over here and kept on getting hit. Okay, there we go. I'm not getting memed here. It will not happen. Oh. I chug, you chug, we chug. You out, buddy. Oh, good dodge. Chris Kev, welcome back, man. Good to see you tonight. Hope you're doing well. All right, I need to chug this before I trigger her second phase. Yeah, that carrion guy he's messed me up before. The one in the DLC though, dude, ooh, really tough. Before you fight Rolana. Not to be confused with Renala. Oh. All right, there's the third one. I'm going to go ahead and buff up. Did it? Oh, I didn't get the golden vow. There we go. I got hit. All right. I one cycle her here. That would be ideal. I think we should. There we go. Perfect. Never get over the aesthetic of this fight. It is such a beautiful backdrop. I love it. Do you have iframes during that? During your summon? Come on. Stop moving around. Took longer than it should have. One of the DLC destroys you. Yeah, dude, he is, dude, come on. Holy crap. I already won the fight and this dragon is still messing with me. He should despawn when I kill Renala. The karate build's good. I haven't used them myself extensively, but I do know people who have used them and like them a lot. I think those weapons got buffed in the latest patch, actually. Try to follow your guide, but I have to kill the wolf man because he keeps on trying to kill me. Which one is that?
My sweetings.
What's up, Rinka? Welcome back. Good to see you. Hope you've had a good weekend. We are on our way to the Altus Plateau. I'm going straight for Morgott. I gotta get it over with. I've had anxiety about this all day, fighting Morgott. Putting it all in line. Only thing you don't like about the walk there. Are you talking about Caelid? Did I leave Caelid for last? Oh, yeah. Wait, did you attack him, Blythe? Where are you at in the game? Because at some point he does become hostile to you, but that shouldn't happen until fairly late in the game. Yep, it's going to be Morgott time pretty soon here. I'm going straight for the capital. Caelid, yeah. I do save it for later. Partly because, well, there's a few reasons. I mentioned earlier, I like being able to do Caelid and Dragon Barrow at the same time, knock out the whole continent at once. And in order to do that, you kind of have to wait till later when you're strong enough to do the Dragon Barrow stuff. Part of it is I like to go to Caelid when the Radon Festival's already triggered. And the Radon Festival triggers when you go to Altus Plateau. That's one of the triggers at least. And so while I'm at Altus Plateau, I like to just go on and do it. But yes, I will say I go to Caelid later than most people do. And that also, the way I did it in the guide was also sort of a reflection on how I did it in my first playthrough, because I didn't go to Caelid till fairly late in my first playthrough as well. But there is a method behind the madness.
I knew you. I hereby take my hand. Give me your hand.
Hold on.
Pray. Please stop, brave tarnished. You will.
I want to get the grace first. I'm gonna come back to you. He was just trying to kill you before you could snap for him. Really? That is interesting. Because normally before you snap, he's up at the very top of the thing and he doesn't even come down until you snap. So I don't know how he would have aggroed to you already.
I see that you have reconsidered. Thank goodness. I knew you. I hereby take my hand. Give me your. I will pray.
The bear can do that to him after you. That would be after you've already snapped, though. Yeah, that's. I think. Yeah, GC. I think that's correct. He's dead already. Well, technically, his quest line is not required for any achievement, I don't think. But there are going to be some differences between what you see in the walkthrough versus what you see in your game, but nothing game breaking. He would get mad if you snapped your finger a lot of times. Really? I've never seen that happen. That's funny though. All right, guys, taking wagers. Am I going to die to Morgott or no? Actually, I'm going to use the bubble shield. Do I have the bubble shield? Physic tier. Or are the physic tiers in the inventory? Here we go. Yes, I do. Definitely using that. Yeah, I don't know if he drops the armor if you kill him early. Oh yeah, you can still follow the guide. Blythe is not a major character, so to speak, and there, to my knowledge, are no trophies or achievements that are attached to his quest line. He's just not going to show up in certain spots, or he shows up for me if you've already killed him. So yeah, to my knowledge, you're still okay. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Absolution does not revive NPCs. It just makes them friendly again if you've made them hostile. You just killed Patchy and the Castle Thief. So there are quest lines related to Patches and the Castle Thief, Gostock. Neither of them are required for achievements, but you are going to miss out on some goodies. You're going to miss out on the Bull Goat armor, which is the heaviest, strongest armor in the base game. Yeah, just don't kill NPCs as a general rule. Unless it's Lotric or Yurt. Or the cannibal dude from Bloodborne, whatever, I forgot what his name was. I learned that from you. I learned it from myself, actually, because the first time I played Bloodborne, I aggroed Alexander at the very beginning of the game. And then once I learned that I ruined his quest, I was pretty mad about it. And I debated starting over in my first playthrough, but ended up not. Well, GG's. And I mean, you haven't ruined your game. Your game's not broken. But there just are certain quest lines you're not going to be able to do that I do show in the guide. But none of those NPCs that you mentioned, Blythe, Gostock, or Patches, none of them have achievements attached to them. And even if you were going for all achievements, and even if one of those did have achievements attached to them, you could just get it in New Game Plus and be fine. You would start over, to be honest? That's debatable. It really depends on how dead set are you on going 100%. If you want 100%, you're not going to be able to get that without... You're not going to be able to get that with killing certain NPCs. But you can still get all achievements. You can still beat the game. You're still fine. In the grand scheme of things. You just want to beat it for the first time, then you're fine. I would say just be very wary of attacking NPCs. The way to tell if they're friendly or not is if you try to lock on and there's no lock on, that means that they're a friendly NPC. I mean, I can't think of an instance where you can lock on to somebody who is actually friendly. As far as I know, anyone you can lock on to is actually an enemy. Patches is debatable because yeah, he fights you and you got to fight him at first and not kill him, but get his health bar low enough. But then after that, he becomes a friendly NPC. But he's kind of the only exception to that rule that I can think of outside my head in Elden Ring. Can't get a max weapon though. Yes, you can still get max weapons. From Gostok's quest, you lose out on one of the many items you can get that will max out one of your weapons. But there are still others in the game that you can get, but you're just missing out on the one from Gostok's quest. Because of Somber 7, there are plenty of Somber 7s in the game. You'll eventually get an item that allows you to purchase infinite Somber 7s. Oh, took a hit. Ooh, ow. Nate's going for the genocide run. I guess that's one way of going about beating the game. And I'm trying to think of a list of the NPCs that if you do kill would lock you out of achievements. I mean, honestly, a lot of the achievements they revolve around bosses. And then the legendary weapons, the legendary armaments, and legendary armaments, incantations, and spirit summons. Off the top of my head, I guess you could theoretically, can't you turn Ronnie hostile towards you if you give her like a poison that Celavis gives you? You can turn Ronnie hostile, and I think that locks you out of her quest until you absolve your sins. Yeah, Rinka just brought that up too. I don't think you can kill Ronnie. I'm pretty sure if you piss her off, you can still absolve your sins and then make her friendly again and finish her quest. I don't think there's a way you can permanently end her quest, but I could be wrong on that. Yeah, you can't kill her, just make her angry, correct. And I'm pretty sure if you go to the Turtle Pope and turn in a Celestial Dew, all will be well in the eyes of Ronnie yet again. Can you still get the Frenzied Flame ending if you don't do all of the Shabriri grapes for Hayeda's quest? You gave her all the stuff, then got forgiveness. Yep. People do say that killing a rune bear before hearing his howl will turn him hostile. I've never heard that before.
I shall farewell. I shall leave. I wish you luck. You have.
I don't think Blythe has to be alive to do her quest. I could be wrong on that though. I've never killed him early, so I don't know. Is my guide 2023 or 2021? Well, the game came out in 2022, and I made my guide in 2022. Shortly after the game came out. Oh, geez. Dead. Holy crap. Holy. All right. That was completely unnecessary. Oh, man. Didn't get Frenzy ending without Hyetta. Okay. What's up, Amit? How's it going? Welcome to the stream tonight. Well, after following your videos, I suddenly found you on live stream too. That's pretty cool, man. I'm on video 31 now, but just paused because on Ronnie's quest based on some comment about the potion bit. Yeah. You were just talking about that. That's funny. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. You killed the bear, then called Blythe? Okay. Yeah, I've never heard that before, that killing the bear first makes Blythe hostile. Blue Point, Bloodborne 2 multiplayer. Yeah, I think Blue Point is working on something brand new. Hopefully we'll find out sooner rather than later, but it's been almost a solid 4 years since we've known what Blue Point was doing. Ever since they released Demon Souls Remake, yeah, they've been completely radio silent. All right, I don't want to fight these guys. If I go in here, does it trigger the fight? Yes. Okay, we're good. For hearing his howl is what they say. Okay, well, maybe that's true. I don't know. I can't confirm or deny. All right, here we go. My stomach is in knots. Oh, crap. It's a bad omen. Anyway, good morning to everyone from Edinburgh. Very cool. Welcome to the stream. How the manor jump is now fixed. Well, I don't cover the manor jump in my walkthrough on purpose. I did not want to go kind of like a broken, cheesy route to the somber, so I did not put that in my guide intentionally. Fortunately, because yes, as you mentioned, they did patch that out eventually. What's up, Lay Monster? Welcome back, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope you've had a good weekend. You do 100% base game for 2025? I'm not doing another 100% walkthrough for Elden Ring. There is no chance of that happening. I mean, basically everything I did in my original walkthrough is still valid for the current state of the game. Nothing fundamentally has changed. You got this. Thanks, Rinka. We'll see. My stomach is full of donuts. Yes, your channel has reached us in Scotland, UK, and I discovered it last month. Very nice. Well, appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for stopping by, man. All right, here we go. So for context, I've never died to this boss. I beat this game probably 20 times. I've never died to this boss. I'm laying it all on the line here for New Game Plus 7. So first of all, I'm going to change my physic flask. Put this in here. Give me an extra hit. All right, hold on just a sec. I'll be right back. Okay. Oh, geez. The pressure. The pressure. It's going to lead me to make critical mistakes. Doing great, man. Thanks for asking. Awesome to hear, Lay Monster. Still super valid. I'm doing it. All still working. What does a black knife scale with? I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. 21-0. Let's hope for it. Only critical hits. Come on. All right, let's go. So the fact that I'm nervous, I think, is going to, I'm going to make mistakes. Unforced errors is what I'm worried about here. I'm going to throw it all down, though. We're using blood grease as well. I forgot to put the blood grease on. Oh crap, right flask. Already got hit. Dadgummit. I'm playing so scared right now. Just need to settle down. Okay. Whew, I can rest easy now. My streak is alive. And it will remain alive. Oh, man. My heart's pounding. Ugh. I'll be able to sleep tonight. I was breathing so hard, my heart was pounding. I went in and I immediately knew that I forgot to throw on the blood grease, and then I knew that I wasn't on my flask, which I was like, oh crap, I gotta switch to the right flask. And then I fumbled through my items, and then I got hit immediately and ruined my bubble. And then I was like, oh gosh, this is not going well. But then pulled it together. We pulled it together, and oh, okay, we're good.
Allow me, you are unprevented. The thorn, a husk, the only way, and become my purpose. So I'd like to the flame then and guide you.
All right, so now that we're done with this, I'm gonna go on and do Rykard. No mimic, correct. I'm doing this this playthrough without summons. Whoop and hit like a truck. Yes. Well, I have the Shard of Alexander on, and I do use the special quite a bit, which is very nice. Uh, 60 strength, 40 dex would be good for this weapon. I would flip it. I would say, oh, I gotta get the key. I would flip it. I would say 60 dex, 40 strength. This weapon scales slightly better with strength than it does with dex. Or no, this flip what I just said. This weapon scales slightly better with dex than it does with strength.
Rise with us. Enter now, you the drawing room.
Woohoo! Thanks, Rinka. Appreciate it. The comment I got stuck with was someone's posting to give the potion to Dung Eater. Should I ignore it, or is that a good thing going for the 100% walkthrough? So if you give the potion, you can get the Dung Eater ashes. There is no way to get everything in one playthrough. So depending on who you give certain things, like the potion, for example, depending on who you give that to, it gives you different options for different items throughout your playthrough. You're not going to be able to get them all in one playthrough. So you're going to have to do one thing in one playthrough, then do the other thing in the next playthrough to get everything. So it really is up to preference in what you do. Because I believe giving the potion to also affects, I could be wrong on this, but I think it impacts how Nefeli's quest line plays out. And her quest line playing out a certain way is important to get certain things. So yeah. Now, some people would argue that the Dung Eater ashes are literally the best ashes in the game, so keep that in mind. But yes, you will have to give the potion to, I believe it's the Dung Eater if you want his ashes from Celavis. Now you can begin all the Soul series no death run. Never done a no death run. Did you ever do lore videos explaining what's going on in the game? No, because there are a lot of other channels out there that would be 50 times better at it than I'd ever be able to explain the lore in these games, and so I would use them as a resource all day, every day over anything I could ever put out there for lore. Now I can actually enjoy the rest. Yeah, exactly. This is all smooth sailing from here. This is no pressure from this point on. I was thinking about this all day though, having to fight Morgoth. I'm like, oh my gosh, am I going to screw it up? Am I going to screw it up? It was gnawing at me. I make one mistake, then I forget what the buttons do. I've been there before. Or I make one wrong turn and then I forget where everything is. Yeah, that happens too. Every dungeon has unique OST. Which one's your favorite? I dig Ray Lucaria. Ray Lucaria is very good. Oh, I love the Leyendell music. It's quite good. I give lore as I play. Most of it is made up on the spot. Nice. Why Rykard for last? I'm doing Rykard right now. Am I finishing this run today? No. This is all remembrances. I'm not going to finish it today. Especially because I'm doing all of the DLC. And there are some bosses that are going to take a while. Rykard could be one of them. Rykard is unless I just decide, hey, I'm going to use the Serpent Hunter blade, it could take a while just because normal weapons don't do very much damage to him. And he has some attacks, especially in his second phase, that can end you very quickly. Drinking the healing potion twice nervously happens too, all the time. Thank you for answering. I think I'll stick to your way and do the Dung Eater New Game Plus. Hopefully it won't make the DLC harder, or maybe do the DLC the New Game Plus. It sounds challenging. Yeah, I think that's totally a good way of doing it. See, and for me, I use the Mimic, and whenever I'm summoning, I use the Mimic 100% of the time anyways. So for me, the prospect of getting different ashes wasn't all that appealing to me, but I know some people like using the Dung Eater ashes, and to them, I mean, that's perfectly fine. But I wasn't going to change the way that I did the walkthrough just for the sake of getting his ashes. Especially because I wasn't planning on using them. This is fun. Oh. Panic. That attack. Very comical. All right, there we go. That was sloppy. Kudos to George R. Martin and Miyazaki. So much lore, learn new things every day. Dude, this stuff is so densely packed with layers upon layers upon layers of lore. It's insane what they came up with. And then, I mean, the lore is rich in of itself, and then the game that they built on top of it is mind-blowing. It's so good. Ugh. And it just makes me think, okay, what is Miyazaki going to come up with next? I mean, this is like, I mean, this is one of the best games ever made, and it's quite frankly one of the best games that ever will be made, ever. Like 50 years from now, people are still going to be talking about Elden Ring. It is a generation-defining game. People play this game, still do every time they die, they'd have to do 20 push-ups. I can do some push-ups, but if it were 20 every time I died, I don't know if I wouldn't be able to do that. I've died in this game thousands and thousands of times. If you add them all up, dude, it's probably a pretty staggering number. I think at one point From Software released the number of deaths. Like they released general statistics about the game. Number of deaths, number of bosses beaten, that type of stuff. Pretty staggering number. Guys, Dadbod's base game walkthrough is the best. He makes you feel like you're sitting right next to him, guiding you. Very nice experience. Well, thank you very much, El Prophet. Really appreciate the kind words. I worked very hard on that walkthrough, so I'm glad that it shows in the final product. Really appreciate it. Miyazaki said in an interview that a future of Elden Ring could be in other media. Makes me nervous. Don't want the lore to be butchered. If anything, I'm not worried about the lore being butchered. I think Miyazaki is, in general, very careful with what he puts out there. Elden Ring and Chrono Trigger will forever be on the same list. Oh, Chrono Trigger, man. That's another one of those games that just transcends time and space. Such a great game. Tadbod would have a gym bod by the end of the 100% run if he did that. Oh, man. Yeah, that would be... I'd be ripped. Have you ever farmed the magma blades? I've never gotten one, no. Have to change your name to Jim Bod Game Squad. Yeah, I would definitely look a lot different. What does that mean? Other media? Could be anime, manga, movies. I don't know. TV series. I don't think he spawns right when you enter, right? I can put my stuff on here. All right, I think last time I beat Rykard first try. We'll see if I can be so lucky this time. The OG team is involved in any adaptations. It'd be cool. Don't want Western folks adapting it. Yeah, absolutely not. I'm with you there, man. Oh, that broke my bubble immediately. So the thing about Rykard is he has 2 full health bars, which is tough to work with. And he takes very little damage. There we go, got that bleed in. Honestly, I think DPS wise, you do better just R1 spamming than you do the Bloodhound's finesse. Phase 1's pretty easy. Phase 2 is a different story. Okay, that hurt. Together. His hitboxes get a little wonky on the second phase too. The main thing to watch out for is in the second phase is his Fire Skull attack. Can I not hit him? Does his leg not? Oh, there's his Fire Skulls. Yeah, I gotta run. Crap. These things hurt. Dadgummit. Alright, survived, but very low on health, sadly, compared to his health. Very good boss OST, though. Dadgummit. Gonna see some in the skulls again. Do you know what a good weapon is to beat the game with? The one that I'm using right now, the Bloodhound's Fang. Best weapon in the game, in my opinion. Does he bleed? Good question. I'm not 100% sure. I think maybe. Oh, I forgot to do my buffs. Probably best to do them in the next phase anyway. The build am I running? It's pretty much a straight up quality build with enough faith to cast Golden Vow. That looked like a bleed right there. Might lose my runes here. Not that I'm really using them for anything, but still sucks to lose 3 million runes. I have no idea where they are. There they are. I'm gonna run and get them real quick. Bro. Hitting him in the second phase is a lot harder for some reason. I have a lot of whiffs that I don't have in the first phase. Can you get the skulls off? He was about to summon him. Yeah, I think he did. Dang it. Dadgummit! Dadgummit! The skulls, man. I think last time I beat him, I dodged him 3 times during the fight, but it's you got to anticipate when they come. It's hard to do. Heard you have to talk to Patches before killing the lady after beating Rykard. He gives you her castanets. Yes, correct. I was one-handing the weapon. I did put my shield back on. Oh well. I don't think the castanets do anything. Not that I'm aware of, at least. Changes the physics? What do you mean by that? Here. Probably could put the fire defense talisman on. Is he doing the freaking skulls already? No. Oh, yeah, there they are. Dadgummit. Are those the skulls? Yeah. It just looks like it's one of them. Oh, there's more. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Dang it. The thing is, once you get hit by one of them, you're kind of like, you're almost stun locked. Oh, I still got hit by that. Dang it. That was really early in the fight, in the second phase for him to do his skulls already. Kind of sucks. Is he doing it again? Can't tell. I think he's doing it again. Yeah. I gotta run. Crap. Oh, jeez. Dadgummit, I'm dead. Dadgummit. Yeah, I don't... Does anyone know what to do about that attack? Gotta head out, but good luck tonight. Thank you so much. Have a good night. All right, well, I'm gonna start by putting on this. This progresses her story a bit. She rejects the castanet, saying she's loyal to Rykard. Shield bubble it does not do much. You're correct. But I don't have much else that'll do any better. I don't have all the physic tiers in this character. Yeah, he moves around a lot more in the second phase. which also makes it more difficult. Crap. Did you already do this? Trying to keep an eye out for those skulls. Okay, I think he just summoned him. Is that what that was? Yeah, this is him summoning him. I'm almost dead. I gotta run. Dadgummit. See, the thing is you're trying to run away from him, and then he's also hitting you with his blade. And then once he hits you with his blade, then you're a sitting duck.
Now we can do our God together.
Yeah. And those runes are gone now. That's awesome. Couldn't possibly know what to do. Not one idea, not even a million years. Then again, they do have faces. We just devour the gods together. Yeah. That could possibly work. So that's the thing, is you're simultaneously trying to run away from the exploding skulls that knock you down and then basically stun lock you. And then you're also trying to evade him swinging his sword at the same time. There's no shame in using the sword for this fight. The Serpent Hunter. You could try running directly away from him because the range isn't that good. Perhaps. We'll have to see. Could work. Could also try using a fireproof pickled liver. All right, I'm gonna try running away. That ends up working out because, yes, you're right. He cannot hit me with the Blasphemous Blade when I'm this far out. So that's the way to do it. Well done on development. Well, you can still hit me with Taker's Flames. But that worked. So that is what I shall do. Come on. Here we go. Oh, are you serious? Are you serious? Wow. All right, but what you said will work as long as that doesn't happen. It's also how the Monty Python do. Run away, run away. That's correct, yep. All right, this is the one, guys. And then we're going to go underground. Well, first we're going to talk to Ronnie, then we're going to go underground. Go to bed, but you have a great night. All right, thank you so much, Nate. Thanks for hanging out today. Have a good night, man. Not get the flask in there. Oh, whiffed quick times there. Knocked him down, but then I'm out of stamina. That's unfortunate. Still hasn't called the skulls yet. It's probably coming soon. There it is. Don't do this to me again, man. All right, here we go. Dude, those things go right through the pillars. Trying to let stamina regen a bit here. So a lot of these freaking skulls. Holy crap! You good? Whiffing. No stamina. Not good. No, is he summoning again? I think he is. Yeah. I gotta try to get away. It's not a clean getaway, sadly. Now I'm in the blast range. All of them? Looks like it. Only 3 heals left though, that could be a problem. Ooh, that was almost really bad. Holy crap. Another knockdown would be great. There we go. Getting there. I'm gonna use that last heal. Oh, geez. Woo! Got him. Yes. Okay, sweet. Was close. Lost 3 million, got 300,000 back. Lead for the win came at just the right time. All right, so I'm going to go talk to Ronnie, and then that's probably where I'm going to cut it for tonight. And then we'll start next time by going underground and doing all that stuff. So not bad. We got through mini bosses. I should say several bosses, not many. Not to be confused with mini bosses, but several bosses. We're well on our way. Got through Morgott without dying. That was kind of priority 1 for me. So we'll get to Ronnie now, which means we got to kill Loretta, the spirit version of Loretta, and then we'll go underground, get the ancient spirit, and do that whole thing. was a crazy battle. One that'll turn up for me. I'm only in video 31 of the walkthrough so far. That I think is somewhere in the 50s actually. Well done, man. Thank you very much. I think it's in the 50s. If I remember. I could look. In fact, now I'm curious. It is... Okay, not in the 50s. Did I do it before Kaled? Yes, okay, yeah, it's part 44. I thought I did it after Kaled, but I do it before Kaled. I use a different weapon though. There's a weapon that's actually designed for that boss fight that I use in the walkthrough. That's actually what you should use there. For whatever reason, in this particular playthrough, I want to kill every boss with this weapon, so that's what I've decided on at least. So I did not switch to kind of the special weapon for that fight. Wish I could play this game for the first time, soak it up. There's nothing like it. Oh, absolutely, dude. There's nothing like that first playthrough. The magic, dude. It was awesome. That first playthrough was very memorable. I still get like pretty intense nostalgia from that first playthrough. It was so much fun. Streamed all of it. Oh, that got me. Okay. Is he gonna get over to me? Nope. I will look forward to it with some hesitancy. It's not as bad as I made it look just now. Especially because I'm in the hardest version of the game right now. Base new game, he's much easier. And as I said, I'm using the weapon that's designed for that boss in the walkthrough. If you use that weapon, it'll be a much easier fight. Elden Ring was my first From Software game. Which one do you recommend I should play next? Man, it's so the thing is if Elden Ring's your first, you're kind of spoiled, because everything in Elden Ring, mechanics-wise, they've refined from everything they've done in their previous games. So it's gonna feel like anything else you play, you're gonna feel like maybe you're taking a step back just in terms of your abilities and things like that, and just the fluidity of the mechanics. From here, I would say I'd have to recommend Bloodborne if you got a PlayStation. Otherwise, I would say probably Dark Souls 3. If you're not like me and don't mind playing things out of order, like I couldn't go straight to Dark Souls 3 despite the fact that it was very highly recommended. I had to play Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 first because that's just how I kind of operate as a human being. I can't skip ahead. But Dark Souls 3 is amazing. That being said, I still stand by Dark Souls 1 to this day. It stands on its own as an incredible experience in its own right. Now, that being said, it is a little bit dated. You also can't go wrong with the PS5 version of Demon Souls. But if I had to pick one, I'd say Bloodborne. All that being said, welcome to the party, man. My first From Software game was Bloodborne, and at the time, I think Dark Souls 3 was the most recent title, but I started with Bloodborne. And have since never looked back. I played Bloodborne, and then that was my first one. When Sekiro first came out, I got that day one at launch. Played Sekiro right away. After Sekiro, played Dark Souls 1. After that, played Demon Souls. And then played Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3. And then Elden Ring when it came out. Thanks, Bloodborne. It is very nice. Bloodborne's an incredible experience. Now, there are going to be some things that you're used to in Elden Ring that aren't in Bloodborne, but if you like the lore and atmosphere of Elden Ring, Bloodborne takes it up a notch, in my opinion. I love Bloodborne's lore. Probably the biggest thing you're going to find with Bloodborne going straight from Elden Ring is the fact that Bloodborne does not have a dedicated jump button. You can jump, but it's not mapped to a button like it is in Elden Ring. Like literally to jump in Bloodborne, you have to sprint and then let go of the sprint button and then tap the sprint button again right away to jump. It's kind of janky, but the game is not meant for you to jump all over the place, kind of like Elden Ring is. But that's going to be the first thing you notice probably.
But thou must have some business in mind. Though I have
Yes, you take the role of a hunter.
no reason tree.
A hunter of
Wilt thou
beasts.
I am the witch Rani, that I might one day. Well, I see thou art, but I require. I anticipate. Good. Art thou aware of the star that it left of us? Go there to fight.
Yeah, the jump button being introduced in Elden Ring was actually a big deal, believe it or not.
Oh, you've defeated a grand pleasure, Carian. Together.
What's up, Big Chungus? How's it going, man?
Together.
Welcome to the stream. I'm actually about to wrap. I'm very sorry. About to wrap for the night. I appreciate you stopping by, man.
I see. Yes, I don't know what since I asked. I come and pay me should you. If it were up, I reside in another tower.
To this day, I don't even know exactly what the trigger is to be able to warp again. I think you have to talk to the NPCs and then talk to Ronnie again. Missed it today, going to work now. It's all good, man. Yeah, I've got work tomorrow, so I'm turning in for the evening. I'm a Legend of Zelda fan. I get it. Jump buttons are a big deal. Absolutely. I'm a huge Zelda fan myself. I've been into Zelda since way back when, man. But yeah, the Zelda honestly was my gateway to Souls games, because Souls games is kind of like a sort of a natural progression from Zelda, I think. I mean, it adds more RPG elements, but like the adventure kind of aspect of it is similar. And Miyazaki himself has said that he's been inspired by Zelda, so there's that.
Ah, I shall see. And it will be this doll's still I look for. I shall. And it will be. I have.
Can I warp now? There we go. Okay, so I'm going to warp down here, and we're going to start next time by going to the crater. And doing all that. Getting the Finger Slayer blade and doing Ronnie's quest, etc., etc. So, all right, guys. Well, it's been fun. Really appreciate y'all hanging out tonight. Had a good stream. Real good time with y'all. Next stream will be on Tuesday. We're going to shoot for Tuesday, guys. So, yeah, we'll do Tuesday and then Thursday. So we'll pick right back up right here, and hope to see y'all then. Until then, take care, everybody. And we'll catch y'all next time. See you later.